Bluesky, and I'm here today with
Justin DeClue
and Colin Cunningham.
Woof, woof.
and welcome back to the Dog Days of Summer. So last week we talked about a fully CGI dog. Now we're going the other way, real dogs.
Yeah, this is how it should be.
Yeah,
I think so. Airbud. Justin, you picked this. Question: why did you pick this one? It's
number
like
one,
it's the fourth in the
I
series.
love baseball. Number two, I want to see how the series degrades before it goes full on Air Buddies. I'm not really interested in that. They talk in that. No, thank you.
Oh.
Number three, I saw this at a pizza parlor once on a TV, and I was like, wait, how does he play baseball?
So, you'll see.
I know.
Very slowly.
And that excited me. The other sports, like him playing football, seems too violent for me. No, thank you. They try to tackle
him.
Basketball, he can only do one thing, and that's dunk. No, thank you. And volleyball, that is you're in the pits at that point. Yeah, Airbud spikes back.
There's a soccer one too.
There's soccer.
Yeah, it's Airbud 3 World
Golden
Pup.
World Pup.
God.
Yeah.
What about the Frisbee one?
Is there a
There's
Frisbee
no
one?
Frisbee one.
Okay, well, at the reunion at the front of this movie, at the beginning, there's a dog playing Frisbee. I just assumed it was
Well,
another
we'll get
movie.
into that about the
Ultimate Frisbee or something.
deep continuity of the Airbud series, which
I think
surprised me quite a bit.
we missed out on all the lore.
Yeah, but I like
didn't...
coming in 4 movies in and realizing there's that much lore in the movie and being like,
Yeah.
wait.
So I have no idea what's going on.
Airbud's children currently run the town and they all play a different sport?
And they all have different owners.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a town full of Airbuds. So Buddy, as we learned, is a semi-famous dog in the real world.
The town's motto seems to be referring to Airbud. Isn't it anything can happen?
Yeah, no, it's like you can achieve anything or something like that.
Yeah, it's like this whole town lives and breathes with these dogs.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere you look,
There's a new dog playing a sport.
they're playing a
Yeah.
new sport with a
Or
different group of people.
working. There's a dog working at a gas station. There's one that also his owner is Fusili, the barber, and I'm assuming he helps him sweep the floors or stuff.
So, but I don't understand. So I kept anytime the main characters would pass the basketball court,
They're always
another
playing.
movie,
Always
another
playing.
movie seemed to be happening.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do all the movies take place in this town?
Mm-hmm.
If you go into the basketball one, would you see the girl passing by in the background? Or
I
something?
considered should I watch all the 3 Airbud movies leading up to this? And then I went, I have a life. I'm not going to do
No.
that. I'd rather
That's
live
too
in
much.
ignorance. And we don't want to be corrected. So
It's more.
From
it's more
what
fun.
I understand, and I'm guessing partially here, Buddy was in the first Airbud,
Yes.
and he became Airbud
Yep.
and played basketball.
which,
and then
let's get it right off the ground, should not be allowed.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing in the rule book that says dogs.
Is there something in the
Most
rule
of
book
these
that keeps me
things.
from taking a gun out and shooting another player?
Yeah.
Also, that's where that term came from, right?
Yeah, it's not in
These
the yearbook. It
movies,
comes from Airbud,
There's nothing in the book that says a dog can't play blank. That's something that
That's a
dog
saying.
movies would go on to rip off for absolutely anything you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I wonder, was Airbud really no, there were the dog movies before this,
I don't
Bingo
think they played sport
and-
in the same way that Airbud does.
I guess not, yeah. And that's his thing. And so I did a little bit of research. Apparently, Buddy, the guy who directed and wrote the first one, it's his dog, and he was on Letterman, I think, and America's Funniest Home Videos doing tricks. And then they wanted to make a movie out of him. So he created Airbud Studios pictures or
my
something.
God.
So the guy, Robert Vince, who looks very much like Carrot Top. He looks like Carrot Top's brother. He's even kind of got that buff look if you look at his IMDb page
no.
are they related in some way? Or?
I don't think that's that does look like Carrot Top, but I don't think that's the guy that owns Airbud. I think
It's a different guy.
Well,
I
he's the
think
guy
that
who
the guy-
controls the Airbud franchise. That he produced the first one
Oh,
and all of
okay.
the movies.
So he's part of
and
it.
Seventh Inning Fetch is the first Airbud film that he directed after
Yes.
doing MVP, Most Valuable Primate. We all know that. And
God,
MVP 2, most vertical primate, where he's on a skateboard.
Did he do Spy Mate as well?
Yes, he did. He also directed Spy Mate.
Oh boy, no!
Jesus.
Kevin DeCiccio created Airbud.
Is he the creator?
I think he owns.
He's the
Airbud.
creator, so he.
I think it's his dog.
It was his dog, so it was just some dog that he found like on the side of the road or something.
Okay, you're making this
No,
up.
I'm not. So and then he like trained him to do all these sports, and then became famous, I guess, on Letterman.
I don't think, because
blah,
I'm
blah, blah.
looking here, and he is credited as the original writer of Airbud, and then they gave him the token credit for Airbud 7th Inning Fetch and Airbud World Pup and Snow Buddies, but that's it. He ain't involved in anything else.
Well,
Well,
like I said,
and
we're
wait,
ignorant on
You
the
know
lore.
what? He's
original
credited for
Buddy
Santa
died.
Buddies and Airbud Spikes Back, so he's still involved in some
There
way.
apparently is a documentary about
Sorry,
Buddy.
it's not a documentary. I messed that up. It's a book.
a book.
A book.
Yeah, it's
So-
called Buddy's Story or something. It's a book that
I'm sure he
wrote.
self-published it, maybe.
Yeah.
But boy, he's really trying to cash in on this dog.
What else does he
the-
have?
The dog died of cancer. Not long after, I think, the first Airbud.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you say-
It's not the same dog, April. It's They keep having
Oh
it.
man!
Even in this one, I think they said 3 dogs.
I know it's
or
like
4?
3 or 4 different
yeah,
dogs.
they keep just dying, and they
Well,
want new ones.
Stop.
Did you ever see that SNL sketch of Tracy Morgan on a panel advertising, I think it's Rocket Dog is the movie? And the gimmick is every time they cut to a clip, there's a new in memoriam, and it starts with dogs. And then and the song plays, "Life is a highway." And then they keep cutting back to him, and the person that's interviewing him is like, wait a minute. So multiple dogs died? And they're like, yeah, well, we flew him into a plane. And then it ends up being like the actors, Life is a Highway.
Oh no!
Very funny sketch. And then him. And he's like, wait, there was an in memoriam for you. And he's like, oh, yeah, a lot of law agencies are after me because of the movie I have to make my own.
I think I've seen that.
Very funny sketch. Would recommend it.
But anyway, so yeah, this movie, it's actually not really a lot about Buddy playing baseball. It's more of a family drama.
I don't remember the other Airbuds, but you can't really make the movie about the dog just dominating the
every
sport
time?
against the kids, because you don't really want to see that, do you? I just feel bad for the kids.
I just assumed that's what the other movies were.
Yeah.
But you're right. If it's kids like playing, then you should feel bad. And if they're adults, maybe you can have like the other team be like evil jerks or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like.
So anyway, this movie is actually about a preteen girl coming of age,
Andrea.
going to junior high, feeling out of place, and then trying to play baseball, sucking at it.
Yeah.
And then eventually getting good enough. And then there's also this little kidnapping
But
plot
this
in there.
teenage girl is the little sister of the star of the Airbud movies.
That's what I figured. I
Okay.
figured it was
Yeah.
just like they were just continuing the
They are.
storyline.
So like
of this
Kevin
family,
Zegers,
right?
it's the same actor who was in Airbud 1, 2,
yeah, the brother.
yeah.
Okay. And then they
Mr.
do
Frosted
pan-
Tips himself.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
does look like he's in a boy band. But they do.
It was
they
the time.
kind of pan over next to his bed, and he's got a picture of his dad, I guess, who was a
what
pilot.
looks like a dead dad.
who I can only assume is like a dead dad.
He's got a new dad who's the best in this movie. Thank you very much.
Richard Karn.
Richard Kern? Karn?
Richard Karn. Mr. I didn't know what NFTs were, so I'm not doing it. Now that I know. Yeah.
Is that what he's famous for now?
Well, he just did that online, I remember, where like he was chilling NFTs and people are like, "Do you know what this is?" And he went, "That's what this is?" All right, I'm not doing it then.
Oh my God.
So good for him.
No, but he's a welcome presence in this. He's a good actor. The actress who plays the mom is a good actress.
They do like, they're such background characters though. They don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
anything.
yeah, that
they
mom,
have
she's in
no-
a million things, isn't
Yeah.
she?
Yes, and in this she's just tending to it, holding a baby the whole time. And
I
she's
feel like that's all she does.
Yeah, she
like, movies.
She's done other. She did
Is she a
some
TV person? Oh
drama
yeah, Cynthia
movie.
Stevenson. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in like Happiness. She's in The Player.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like you know those actors that are just like, wow, I've only seen you as the mom in movies.
Yeah,
She's played non-moms before, but
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s and 2000s, yes, mom all the way.
what
she was
TV
in
show was she in? She must
she
have
was
been.
in Dead Like Me. I don't know if you watched.
Yes, I did
that.
watch Dead Like Me. Definitely.
So yeah, she was the mom in that. Oh, I think we're getting a package. It's
Oh.
Airbud.
It's
He's at the
Airbud.
door.
He's delivering.
Speaking of mailmen, there's a funny mailman character in this movie who
God.
later ends up being the like sports announcer, and like, who is this guy? I couldn't even find him in the credits.
I mean, there's a lot of like we shot this in. These are Canadian films, aren't they? Like,
Yes, shot mostly in Vancouver.
and I know this because April can speak to this. Was it YTV that like in their package they had a making of Airbud that we would watch? I watched it more than a dozen times because it was just
Maybe.
on as filler. Yeah, and they showed us like how the
didn't.
dog dialed a phone using a pencil.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
Yeah, you did see that.
Yeah, when they were like, they put like a pencil that was wrapped in like duct tape in its mouth, and they're like, this is how he did. That just like unearthed the memory in my brain.
Because that is 100% Canadian. Like we got to pack this out to hit the percentage of content that we need to do.
Yeah, that must have just been like some sort of interstitial between shows.
I think they were all shot in Vancouver, but right after the director's credit at the beginning here, it says dogs trained by canine co-stars of Canada.
Yeah, so I guess we had a real dog.
I feel
boom
thing.
the dog
Oh,
is
yeah.
doing stuff in this movie that he would not be allowed to do now. Like running over a roof multiple times.
I'm
That was
sure they
insane.
had a net or
It was like
something.
a Jackie Chan. No, there's a wide shot. Unless they did.
Yeah, it's a wide shot. He like climbs up a trellis and then across this like
All right, but
slanted
let me
roof.
just say, I think that they slowed, they sped
Sped
the
it up.
film up, so it looked like he was walking.
But he's still
fast.
up there. Like
it's not the
Yes,
speed.
he's still up there.
It's the height.
But dogs always land on their feet, right?
No, that's cats. Dogs do not land on their feet all the time.
Oh my god.
Someone
but I
tried to
will
convince me once that they're like, yeah, you can drop a cat from any height and you'll never get hurt. I'm like, that's not true.
That's
I
not
mean,
true.
no. They're good at righting themselves, but
Yes.
don't do that.
They are not invincible. And when they hit the ground, they'll bounce like rubber.
So I realized when I was watching this that there was a real big golden retriever boom in the 90s, and I think it was probably due to Homeward Bound.
Oh, I love Homeward Bound.
There was like a golden retriever on Full House, I remember.
Yeah.
This was probably like I've known a few
What is
golden
big golden
retrievers.
retriever doing? I had a golden retriever when I was a kid called Sheba.
There you go.
They're like the
That's
kind
funny.
of-
It was called Sheba.
It's like the typical, like when you think of family dog.
Exactly.
It's like golden retriever
But, like,
comes to
and
your
that
mind.
started around this time.
Yeah.
My dad called the dog Sheba because he knew a dog when he was a kid that had the name Sheba, and that's very close to like basically fuck in Korean. So
Oh, really?
'cause I heard it in a movie once. I was like, huh, what? And I looked at the subtitles. I'm like, uh-oh.
Well, those Shiba
dog.
Inus, they be
Yep.
they be crazy. But yeah, I feel like family dogs in the 90s when I was growing up, it was either a golden retriever or a German shepherd, and I knew many families who
German
had
Shepherd?
one or the other.
Or a Dalmatian.
Yeah,
No,
Dalmatian.
we were after the
Oof.
Dalmatian time.
Wait,
Okay.
what
because
is Beethoven? He's a
He's a Saint Bernard.
Saint
Bernard,
I
yeah.
didn't know anyone who had one of those. Those
No.
guys are too big. I mean,
Those
if
are
you saw
huge.
Beethoven, maybe we should do Beethoven on this show.
Should we? No.
not
The
Beethoven
the
1,
second
maybe
one.
Beethoven 2, or
Yeah.
Do you know that Charles Grodin is in the Beethoven sequels?
What sequels?
Like all of them?
No, okay, Beethoven the Third. I'm looking now. It's just a weird family that I don't recognize.
Okay, we have to pick the one where he's not in.
Yeah,
because
but
that'll
not
be too good.
Beethoven 2. It's Beethoven the Second.
Beethoven's second. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I remember liking. But anyway, this movie. Okay, let's talk about the goofy kidnappers.
Right.
Because
So we said that this is, a heartfelt story of a young girl trying to
girl
find her
growing up.
place as she grows up. Her brother leaves, which makes her sad. There's a new baby in the house. She feels like she's ignored. While this is going on, there are two mad scientists trying to kidnap all of the Airbuds because they have a magical dog sports gene that
Yes.
I think they want to extract and put into human beings.
Yeah,
yeah,
they want
that's
to
what they say. Put in humans.
Yeah, they want to extract it and then sell it to like
Sports teams.
sports
I
teams or
guess.
something to inject into their players. This
mean,
is
would
bizarre.
Would that make them into dogmen of some kind?
Well, that's what. Okay, this is the point where I realized, like,
mean,
oh
right.
shit, there's like a lot of backstory that I've missed out on.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
that
they're
is
like, look
not-
at this dog and this dog.
I don't think that the magical sports gene stuff plays into the previous films.
But, okay, that's
You
what
don't
I'm
know.
wondering.
We don't know. We
So,
haven't seen them.
I'm like, all those Airbud movies, I thought it was the same dog in all of them.
It might be.
It's
But
not.
I think it's
not.
Oh,
It's not.
oh,
It's
you mean the
just-
character of Buddy? It is.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
the character, not the actual dog.
No.
But yeah, the
not
dog
the,
actor.
okay, not the actual dog, but
Yeah.
the character.
Yes.
But is it?
It is the same character. Yes.
But it looks like in the third
But in
one, he
this-
has a bunch of puppies.
But that's
World
why
pup.
in the fourth one he has all these dogs that play different sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought I was missing. So this sort of, we have the Buddy family reunion here. It's like a park, and I guess it's all. So I thought it was all the dogs from
the
previous
different
movies.
movies.
Oh,
No, I think
these
it's
are his
Buddy.
children. Yeah, they mentioned it at the
Okay.
beginning that it's like he's had children and they all have the sports gene that gives them
Okay.
special skills.
It's a
Okay.
surprisingly complicated story when you're going in at the fourth movie into a franchise.
And I was very confused about the raccoon because I didn't know if that was one of
Does
his
he
buddies.
have the magical sports gene? He's on the
Yeah,
poster.
I
He's
thought,
what
barely
to
in
do
the
with
film.
this raccoon?
Yeah,
is-
he's just like the little sidekick that they use.
Get that raccoon out of here. Do you know how raccoons are so cute looking? Do you know how many diseases they have that'll give you
yeah.
like brain
Horrifying.
parasites?
Yeah. But they are really adorable.
They're adorable.
Those
Yeah.
like creepy little hands.
I've been around a lot of them when I was younger, camping, and then older, living in the city. And,
Weren't
the
you with us when we were
trash
shooting
ones.
in the park near my house and there were raccoons everywhere and we went to go throw garbage out and a raccoon
think
popped
so.
out of the garbage and grabbed the garbage that was being thrown in?
I think so.
We were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They pretty much run this town.
Funny
Yeah,
that
they do.
there's not a lot around our neighborhood.
I haven't
but
seen
the
one
thing
in a
is,
long time.
me neither. I wonder.
I remember
it's
once
probably the
hearing
coyotes.
screaming and it sounded like a child
Oh, yeah.
screaming and I went out and it was a raccoon in a tree in the middle of the night.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I used to live above a pizza restaurant, and so the
And
garbage.
it was run by a raccoon.
Yeah, they were shoving their
Bandit's
their little
Pizza.
hands, and there is a Bandit Brewery.
They were shoving their hands in that hot oven. You're like, oh no.
But yeah, I would hear what sounded like cat fights right
Yeah.
outside my window, and it was raccoons, and they were fighting over the
the
crusts.
pizza. I do love when they announced like the new Toronto garbage bins. Do you remember that? It was
No.
like, so we have organic
They're
bins.
supposedly
These-
tamper-proof.
yeah, so
They
they
weren't.
had these like these green ones that you put your organics out in.
Yeah, and you
then
lock 'em.
Raccoons would just go through them like crazy. So then they announced these brand new like raccoon-proof ones, and then within an hour, somebody had posted a video to like Twitter or
They
something
figured
of
it
like
out.
a raccoon, and it was like you
It has,
grabbing
like, a
and turning
turning-
this lock, and
Yeah.
then like opening it up in like 5 seconds. It's like, all right.
Yeah, they're dexterous, and yeah. So yeah, I wish this raccoon was more of a character. I don't like these two bumbling guys, but I was like, oh, is the raccoon gonna like team up with Buddy?
That's what I wanted.
And that's not really what happens.
Sorry.
He lets them go.
I was thinking about like Toronto raccoon. Wasn't there like a funny thing involving a dead raccoon? And
Yeah.
it was right
Oh,
on the
yeah.
street. And
Yeah.
it was on there for 14 hours and they put roses and a photo of a raccoon.
Yeah, they had a vigil.
If people don't know about this, it was a really, really funny thing that happened like almost 10 years
Almost
ago.
10 2015.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
a raccoon was left on the middle of the road, and
Yeah, so
they
what you do is
didn't
you
get
call
picked
in
up.
Toronto. You can call, I think it's like 311 or something like that.
Yeah, I
think
or
so.
Animal
tweet
service,
at
yeah.
them. Tweet at them and say, hey, there's a dead animal at the side of the road, and they will send people to come and pick it up. I've done that once, and it took 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're notoriously bad. So it was like over the course of I think 2 days, and it just wasn't. It was like
And
a busy
overnight.
street too. So people started putting flowers and making cards.
Yeah,
and
there were candles by.
But somebody put a framed picture of the raccoon,
Yeah.
like in his younger days. Like,
if you can go, it was really really funny. And then it became like hashtag Toronto raccoon or something.
Yeah, dead
Yeah.
raccoon TO.
Yeah,
It's
and
that
then like,
and the sadder IKEA monkey are our two
Yeah.
main.
yeah.
and even the it was like the mayor at the time was like tweeting like
Yeah.
hashtag
Like
raccoon.
R.I.P.
Interim mayor, thank you very much.
Yeah,
My
right.
sister like dressed up as the dead raccoon for Halloween.
Wow.
It was a thing.
It was that big a thing? I don't remember it that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, and then these they were filming. Somebody filmed when the actual like road crew came to pick it up. It was like 3 a.m, and they were just like didn't know, I guess, what was going on, and they were like, "What the hell is wrong with you people? It's just a raccoon."
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just,
But it was on
shoved
like,
into
wasn't
the-
it? What street was it on? It was like a big major street, wasn't it?
I don't know. if
I'm
it was,
not
like-
sure, but it was like
Yeah.
it was probably like DuPont or something like that.
I'm
Eglinton,
looking
maybe?
here.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
Young and Church. It was on Young
Oh wow!
Street.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty busy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
getting back
so
into the movie.
There's a cute raccoon in this who has a thing with keys, and I don't really get the key thing.
So they I guess they throw the keys. The bad guys. They throw the keys in front of. In the presence of one of the dogs, the raccoon,
raccoon
goes grabs
to
the
get
keys, and then leads the dog in a chase into their like.
So the idea is both these animals are stupid. They're just chasing after things.
I
they
guess,
like.
yeah.
They are animals.
I would have thought that the buddies were a little smarter than that.
You would think so.
But they are Buddy's children, so they're
Exactly.
younger. When Buddy gets captured, it's because of the watch.
It's for a very good reason.
Buddy is much like Buck last week. He
Not
is
CG.
kind of super intelligent. He's he can sense his family's strife, and he always knows the exact right thing to do to make them feel better.
He can take like,
and he does it all without human expressions.
He
can
gets
take
no
complicated
like
direction.
thanks or appreciation in the movie. Like
No, they're just like they take him for granted.
yeah, like at one point, so the movie starts. We meet our two villains. They're bumbling buffoons who live in a trailer park.
In an RV that's like
and at
very
one point, they're
cheaply
like,
decorated.
"We're doing bad things, but we're doing it for science, right? Yeah. That's why."
Yeah,
and-
sure.
So we meet the Airbud family, played by all those actors we mentioned, the kid from the other Airbud, the young woman who's the star of the film. There's a scene where Richard Karn has a plate full of meat.
Okay, this is crazy.
Yes.
This is bad for dogs.
Yes.
Oh, this
right?
is when
And
he's
he comes out
barbecuing.
and he's like, "Hey guys," and then all the dogs jump on him, and Richard Karn like reacts as if he could not have seen this coming in a million years. And it looks like they kill him. Like he's like,
Oh, it's barbecue. They're like licking barbecue sauce off his face,
Yeah.
and it looks like blood. But yeah, he's got a huge, gigantic platter of steak and hot dogs for the dogs. And I'm like, you can't feed that stuff to dogs, can you?
no,
You're
I mean,
not
you could
supposed
feed maybe
to.
a little bit to dogs. They'll get
Yeah.
sick though, especially if it has barbecue
Yeah.
sauce on it.
Not like hot dogs and barbecue
Yeah.
sauce.
They'll
and stuff
eat
like
it,
that.
and then they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I hear
yeah.
it. Steak, I think, is particularly bad because it's hard for them to digest.
I always see like people giving, in like Reddit,
Maybe
like,
a
hey,
hot
it's my
dog.
dog's birthday, and I gave him like a
a
big
steak. Yeah, I don't think that's
steak or
good for
chicken
them.
pot pie or something. Like, ugh.
And so our heroine of this is very sad because her brother is moving away.
No, she really likes her brother.
She loves her brother. It's almost like that Folgers coffee
Folgers
commercial.
commercial.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Like, she's so upset that he's leaving. I was like, are they stepbrother and sister? if
Yeah,
you know what I
didn't
mean?
know.
Oh, is this like a is this a Royal Tenenbaum style situation?
Oh no.
But we didn't see the other movies, so I guess they just have a special bond.
Yeah, I
guess.
Who am I to judge?
Well, she is like she is unable.
It doesn't say in the
to-
Bible that.
There's nothing in the rule book.
Yeah. Oh no, there is definitely something in the rule book about that.
Especially the law book.
Yeah.
Depending on the state.
Oh
But
yeah, that's right. Check with your local state if you live in to make sure if it's been changed recently and you're a-okay.
But yeah. So what the hell was I gonna say?
Were you talking about the brother?
The brother, yeah. So I had completely missed out on that, and I was trying to pick up on whether it was like a sibling vibe or what.
Yeah,
but
definitely
she's-
siblings.
She's like unable to separate from anybody or go at anything on her own.
No, yeah.
As we're showing throughout the movie, it's like her first day at junior high and like the first week or whatever, she's taking all these classes. Airbud is monitoring her from
Just
the
watching
window.
her.
Just
Also,
watching.
she's paired up with her best friend. They're a team. But
Yeah.
I know what it's like being a 13-year-old and if your first day at the big school, it's scary, But yeah,
where
they're
is her
doing all
brother
these different
going?
things. University, they say.
Oh, university. Okay.
But it
think
might
so.
be dog related because there was a guy beside him on the bus that had like a dog hat.
Oh, weird.
I
Oh, I don't know
remember.
about that.
Dog you?
Dog you?
Yeah, maybe he's gonna go train other dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, so she is so upset that she like hides. She doesn't want to like see him off, basically. Buddy
And-
finds her and makes her go.
Yeah,
to,
there's
like,
this
the bus station.
ridiculously dramatic scene.
It makes no sense.
Where she's chasing the bus down.
Airbud does the Police Story or Tango and Cash where he like stands right in front of the bus.
Yeah, I was
Which
like,
screeches to a halt.
buddy, no. And yeah, she hugs him goodbye, and she's sad about it. And then she has her first day of school, and she forgets her bag, and she's just fucking up at literally everything.
Airbud brings her bag and she's like, "Oh, thanks, Airbud." It's like, do you know how much distance Airbud traveled to bring you this bag, lady.
Yeah.
Like holy shit. And he's like stalking her, like looking
Yes.
every
He's
every
looking
time she's
through the
doing
window.
something. Yeah.
He's in like the class, like under the teacher's desk.
Yeah, it's really cute. You missed that part, but he like crawls in.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute.
Um,
But he does do the
he's
look
so
of shame.
Cute.
I love the reaction shots where usually they get the dog to put like a hand.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Okay.
Like, and he puts his hand on his.
Yeah,
But
well, I mean, later it happens.
They do it in this
better.
movie in the best way possible.
Now, I know it wasn't going to happen in this movie, but would I have been happy if Airbud's eyes went at one point? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they never
Maybe
do
the
that. They're-
raccoon would have done it because you always see
Yeah.
that happen to raccoons.
Yeah.
They're
that would be-
definitely going for more of a realistic vibe to this movie.
Can someone help
You know,
me out
it's
and make a list on Letterboxd
silly.
of movies where that happens? Where Furry Vengeance.
Yeah, we
when-
know Furry Vengeance.
Doesn't one of them
Like-
get like sexually assaulted at one point, and that's why? His
Oh,
eyes go
that was
like-
the Will
That's
Will
Grinch.
Arnett.
The Grinch.
Oh, the Grinch. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
I'm
Jeffrey
two.
thinking-
Tambor.
I'm thinking of that Will Arnett movie.
Oh, that's the
we
which we
haven't
should do for this
seen.
Show Dogs. I think it's called.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's some trauma there, I think, in that movie.
Yeah.
anyway, like, so what happens is it just becomes a movie about the girl joining the baseball team because her friend Tammy, she's like, how about we try baseball? We suck at everything else. That, you know, they're bad at home ec, they're bad at math, they're
Andrea
bad at
sucks at everything else.
Well,
Tammy
yeah.
is pretty good at
Well,
certain things.
yeah, but then like it was her idea to join the baseball team, and it turns out Tammy is a baseball prodigy.
Yeah,
she's
but
amazing.
But Tammy is not the hero of the story.
No.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, how it's like a story about how, like, you know, everyone else seems to be really good at stuff, and, you know, you can't find your niche. She's like, where am I supposed to go? Where do I belong?
Did you ever play sports, April, in junior high or high school?
In grade, I guess 7 or 8, I played soccer once,
Yeah.
1 year, and I was good at it. But when I was younger, I guess grade 4 or 5, I played volleyball, and I loved volleyball. And I was the bad person on the team. I was
Really?
on the bench. I was benched.
You were benched?
They only put me in when we were definitely gonna lose. So they were like, okay, so then you can play. Yeah, it
But
really
weren't you
did
like
a lot
really
to my
tall too?
self-esteem.
You'd think that you'd be.
No, I'm averagely tall.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was actually so after that I was like no sports, but then I decided to do soccer in I guess grade 8, and I was good. I played forward.
I would say
But yeah,
like,
just
can't
those
you
2
just
years.
make a team and mix them up? Like, why does someone have to be benched? Like,
I know, like, who cares if you win or lose?
Yeah.
You're kids.
You're kids.
It's supposed to be about having fun, right?
Like, it's like, oh,
Right?
we have so many kids. I want to be like. That's a weird thing. Like, even in this movie, they're in junior high. They're like, oh, I don't know
Yeah.
if you'll make the team. Make 2 teams then. Like, it doesn't
And this-
matter.
The
But we-
whole town is really invested in this.
We have to say,
Oh, the whole town,
ent-
the childless town people go to every game.
at this point there's a point in the movie where it's like it doesn't seem like any of the adults have left like the bleachers in the entire movie.
And kids are missing, and they're
Kids
just
are
like,
missing.
oh, where are they?
All the dogs have been kidnapped. All these dogs that like everyone in the town knows and loves have all been kidnapped, and they're like, huh, when's the game gonna start? So I don't know.
It's because that town is dealing with a I can't say the word
Geriatric.
Yeah, like their mayor is like 900 years old with a hat that's way too big for him. It's time we get a different.
That's the sheriff.
the
Yeah,
Sheriff
sorry,
Blue.
the sheriff. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the Blue from Old School.
from Old School. Oh, the Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
Did they shoot that in Vancouver? They must have because
I have no idea.
Well, they shot this in Vancouver. But yeah, so yeah, it's mostly just about this baseball thing. But the side plot is all of the dogs that have different owners who love them so much, they all get kidnapped
One by one.
one by one, and that's like the C story. The big story
it
is
seems
what's
to
going to
not
happen with
even-
Andrea on the baseball team.
But it's like every time they win, it's like front page on the newspaper.
oh
and
yeah,
stuff,
and
so,
there's
like,
a daily small town newspaper. What?
yeah. It's like everything in this town centers around this baseball.
yeah, but
team.
then Tammy, she gets a baseball to the. Oh, by the way, she has to ask the coach to let her friend on the team.
Yeah.
yeah, because Andrea sucks so bad.
Yeah. And later she finds out and gets mad. Also, the coach of the baseball team is a known actress.
Yeah, I recognize her from somewhere. Where
So
is she?
we just saw her in The Dentist a few weeks ago. She was one of the hygienists who's
Oh.
like, I'm going to report you, and then he kills her.
Okay.
Right.
And she's
right.
been in other stuff, like I said, Election and
Yeah,
many
she's
other
pretty
things.
good in this, but it's just like, okay, whatever. But and Andrea is so happy that she made it onto the team. She's like, "Yay, made it!" And it's like, you didn't earn this.
Yeah, you were so
She
bad.
clearly was awful.
she's
But
so
again,
bad.
I want to like she doesn't
Yeah.
need to earn it to play on a junior.
I
Little
think
League
they should.
team.
I think if you want to join the team, you should be allowed to join the team.
Yes, I agree.
You know,
like
Yeah.
she can be benched if she wants. Like that's all. Like it doesn't matter.
You're cut.
I mean, is that very an un-American thought? I mean, I don't have children, so I don't know if like are they a little more like nice now about it, or they're just like,
I think
no,
they're probably
we need to win
nice.
the championship game.
no, they probably always do that.
And the other thing is like what's weird is that Andrea, so her friend gets injured, and then they put her in as a pitcher. What are you doing?
I know, like put one of the other kids in.
Yeah. Oh no,
who
I
are-
think they put her at the back, and because she misses a catch.
Oh yeah,
big
but then
deal.
later she is the pitcher.
Yeah.
But that's after she gets a little better.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she's just like moping because she gets put on the team, and once she actually gets to play, she's even worse. She loses a game for them.
She goes to
Okay.
catch a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like,
everyone
she's like,
blames her.
I'm going to catch it. And,
Yeah.
they're like, Andrea, watch out. And
Andrea,
she
no!
runs into
they
another catcher.
say. And they fumble.
I'm
and
gonna say
then,
this:
yeah.
the coach sucks on this team. She doesn't care.
she ain't coaching them. She's barely even
Yeah,
doing
At
she's
one
not doing
point,
anything.
she walks over and she sees that Andrea is practicing, and she just nods. It's like, you didn't do shit lately. Like, and they're
No,
clearly very well funded. They
She
have
looks like they have uniforms.
Yeah.
the back of the thing says the Timberwolves on the.
Yeah.
They have one of those baseball machines.
But you forgot to mention, Justin, that when she looks over and sees Andrea practicing, she's being taught by a dog.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But the
A
town
dog.
is clearly, they love this. They're used to it. Because when Airbud in a montage walks around town, everybody's like, buddy, how's it going?
Yeah. So obviously, Airbud, I'm calling him Airbud. His name is Buddy.
Yeah.
So he sees that she's upset. He brings her a baseball. He brings her a glove. And he's like, come on. So now we get a training montage with Buddy. I liked the training montage.
Is Buddy like just, he knows how to do this stuff? Or has he taught himself over time?
He just knows everything. He's got that sporting gene.
I mean, my favorite thing might be Buddy swinging a baseball bat.
Very
because
funny.
It
It
looks
is so
great.
funny.
He's barely moving. And then the ball goes, boom.
Yeah, it's like just, they do it from like the kind of ball POV going towards him.
do a lot
It's like
of
Sam
ball-
Raimi
and they-
angle. Like,
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can tell like the trainer
Sound
just
effect.
goes, look over here, buddy. And he kind of slowly turns
yeah,
his
he has a
head holding this
baseball
rubber
bat
It's
like
probably like a
stapled to his
foam.
mouth.
It's probably like a foam bat.
Yeah,
like
it's so funny.
but I like this training montage. I like training montages in general.
April was crying.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. I was
not-
going to ask this question. When did April shed tears during this movie?
Oh God, twice
During the
It
montage.
wasn't
That's what I
shedding
thought.
tears. It was my eyes got a little moist. I welled up.
The air,
I welled
the
up.
air is,
She was wiping tears away because
Nah,
she said the dog looked so happy.
When it was training
it was
her.
chasing her with the ball.
Okay, so you are implying the dog is within the logic of the film is just happy to be training her, and that's what brought you to tears. Like, that you
Yeah, and I mean, training montages usually get me.
Okay.
You know, your Rockies and whatnot. Getting better at something.
When he was like
But,
chasing her
yeah.
with the ball, all I could think about is that like the way that you train a dog is if you train it to chase something or like attack something, it cannot be a normal dog. Because like
Well, I was thinking, like, is that dog gonna like jump on her
Yeah.
after when he catches her? I don't know. But
Like-
this is like a highly trained movie dog.
I just wondered if like is there like a bad buddy that like you take him out to do the more dangerous like attack things?
Now they just like tie a stake to like the
Yeah,
girl.
it's like
and-
no, you let bad buddy out.
I mean, maybe I'm just easily impressed, but I thought it was great how the dog kept catching the ball and then it knew to go back and paw the base.
Yeah.
I know that sounds simple, but it's a dog.
Can we also say Airbud's a bit of a jerk? In the scene where he goes around town meeting all his children, he like friggin' dunks on his kid to show that he can do it over him. Like just knocks that basketball into the net.
Learned from the best.
Yeah. Oh, you think you're so hot shot, don't
Yeah,
you?
you ain't got nothing on your old man, kid.
What were their names? It was really funny. It was like Shooter, Duke, Zach.
Shooter. Yeah, there's a Duke.
Shaq, Shooter, who's the soccer
Shooter
one?
is the basketball one.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There was like sniper.
Yeah,
Something
something
like
like that.
Target.
They taught him to use a gun. This is the Airbud when he was in the army.
So all of these guys,
Airbud
all
American
of
Sniper.
the Airbud children have male owners that do different things. One is like the gas station guy. One is the Italian barber with a
Fusilli.
ridiculous accent.
One of them just plays basketball 24/7.
Yeah, that's all he does.
And he has like this soul patch.
Wait.
This vertical soul patch.
So he's playing
bad.
basketball on like a Monday in the middle of the day because
Yeah.
Airbud
That's all
runs
he
by
does.
on the first day of school. He's like, "Hey, Airbud!" It's like, what are you doing? Maybe he's like one of those guys that like he's a grifter that like
what do you mean, like a pool shark?
yeah,
or
like
something?
a pool
That,
shark.
like basketball hustler.
and he uses the dog to like help him out.
Yeah.
Come on, we're gonna go to another town.
Yeah. Goes town to town with Shooter or whatever his name is.
But yeah, there are 4.
You'll never believe.
dogs.
You want to make a bet that this random dog can shoot it in the basket?
Why? I bet this dog could shoot better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like a pretty good grift.
Yeah.
But you got to get out of this town.
You gotta get out of this town.
Oh, yeah,
everyone
the town
has a super
famous
dog.
for the sports.
They're gonna break your paws.
Yeah.
We're gonna run, buddy.
But yeah, so after the training montage, we finally get to Buddy being on the baseball team.
All right,
Yeah.
I
It
have
takes
some
more than half the movie.
I have some issues about this because so there's this kid on the team, Randy. He's a bit of a jerk. He's the
Yeah.
pitcher.
The
and,
pitcher.
And they're like, "Oh, Randy is getting tired, and the other team is winning." And they're like, "All right, let's take you off the field. Let's move this other player because we're missing one," which is very funny. How did people make the team if they don't even have enough players if one drops out?
Yeah, they needed a few extra.
And
Like to the
And then
to
you
the point
rotate
where
them in.
to the point where a dog would be like
Yeah.
a good option.
So Andrea's like, "Wait, I have an idea," and then like she says that, and Buddy comes running in, already in a dog baseball outfit.
like she's had this made.
I have a lot
this
of questions.
This
Did they-
isn't a child's uniform.
Did they poison Randy? Because like they knew he was going to come off the field.
yeah.
Because like Buddy was in the wings, like not even watching the game, like around the corner behind the bleachers, ready to come out.
I think what Andrea
She
was
pulls like
saying
a
was she
Tanya
was
Harding.
like, is it too late to add another player to the team? And she's like, well, we already have a full team, but no, technically we could. It's like, why didn't you just do this at
At the
the
beginning?
beginning
I
of the
don't know.
movie? I don't know.
Because
but
the teacher
anyway.
should be, no, a dog can't play on the baseball
Yeah,
team.
it doesn't-
You know.
By this point, they all know.
You just hear a record scratch, and then you see Buddy like pulling off his uniform.
The other team should have been like,
And the crowd
because
loves
now they
it,
know they're
too.
gonna lose.
The-
Yeah,
The crowd of adults are like,
Yeah.
woo! Well, the one thing they never
Buddy.
show, Buddy can't throw a ball. Can
that's true.
No.
We never see
Although
him do
I would
that.
love to have
he?
seen.
So
that.
he'll never do a double play. Because
No,
he can't.
so if he is in the field, he can catch it, but
Yeah.
I guess he has to run the ball to a human who can throw
Yeah.
it. Good point. I'm surprised he can't though. He
Yeah,
can
I'm
do
surprised there wasn't a
almost
shot of him
everything.
just like shaking his head and the
Yeah.
ball like flying.
No, it would have been the best with just like that puppet hand they use from earlier.
Yeah.
He's
Oh wait, so
throwing
he's throwing it with his hand?
Yeah. If so, like totally with his hand, with a puppet hand.
Yeah.
If you're not going to take it, that would be my favorite thing. Would be the look of shame that he does earlier when Andrea like
Oh.
Is
runs
that
into.
when she fucks up that catch?
Yeah, and it's clearly just like this puppet hand coming from the other direction, out of frame, going.
I have
Right.
a very specific favorite thing I'm going to say for when it comes up.
Okay, okay.
I thought about it ever since the movie ended, and I was like, what are the implications of this? Like,
Oh boy, okay.
we'll get to it. And so they start winning with Airbud on the team, which, again, this should not be allowed.
This should not be allowed.
No.
No.
Do you think anyone has ever tried this to be like, oh, my dog can play this sport with us? They'd be like, no.
But like I saw it in a movie,
Yeah.
right?
No angels on the outfield, no dogs on the baseball.
Hey guys, I have another thought
Yeah.
about the whole. There's nothing in the rule book that says. Didn't that happen in Babe?
What?
And was it first? Because the whole sheep that I know Babe very well. He takes Babe to the
the sheepdog thing,
sheepdog tournament, and then they consult the rules and say it doesn't say in here it has to be a dog. It could be any animal.
Oh.
And wasn't that
Could it be a
first?
human
don't
being
know.
pretending to be?
That would
Yeah.
be bad. That would be bad.
They could get Terry Notary from Call of the Wild.
So I will say,
Upstanding.
April, you complain that Airbud only plays at the end of this halfway through. In the original
Yeah.
Airbud, he does not play until the climactic game.
What?
Oh,
Is he
okay.
just like practicing or something?
Yeah, I guess he's
or-
practicing because at the end it says the film's climax rests upon the titular dog character helping the Timberwolves win a Wait, the basketball
Timberwolves
team
again?
and
Is
the
also-
baseball team are called the Timberwolves?
They're all the Timberwolves.
Do you know I recently learned that Toronto has a minor league baseball team called the Toronto Maple Leafs?
What?
Yeah.
That's just
Oh, yeah.
confusing.
They play at Christie Pitts, and the reason they have that name is they had it before the hockey team.
That's right, because I used to
Whoa.
have a hat when I was a kid. My dad gave me this Toronto Maple Leafs hat.
Yeah.
But it was a baseball cap. And he's like, oh, that was the baseball team.
Well, and the
Maple
team is
Leafs.
probably like, well, we're not changing
Yeah, I was like,
our
what?
name.
They still
Why-
exist, and I only heard about them recently because I was at a comic book convention. I was buying something baseball related because I love baseball. And
Since when?
I've always loved baseball, the idea of baseball. I ain't following baseball. They play like 9 games a year.
Justin, I feel like I've never heard you bring up baseball ever.
I feel like if people go in the archives, I may have talked about that I love going to baseball games. But I think it's
Okay.
so much fun being involved in the drama.
concept. It always sounds better than it
No,
is.
I actually love going to baseball games and like
Okay.
hanging out, eating a hot dog, eating some popcorn. The way they have baseball games lined out now, especially in the major league, like there's always something happening. But that actually annoys my pal Mike Wood. He's like, I don't like how there's always something happening. But like if you go and see like a minor league, like in Ottawa, they have the champions. I also love to see when they're not that good and they're always fumbling the ball and stuff like that. There's more drama in that. I just think baseball is fun in a way that it's weird that it clicked into place. And I'm like, oh, I love baseball. Maybe in the last 10 years it's happened. I'll never follow a baseball team. I don't care. They play too many games. It's too much.
I thought you were gonna like say it was after this movie. It's like
Oh
sparked
yeah,
your
seventh
interest,
inning
your
fetch
love of
made me
baseball.
like, just clicked into place.
It's like I love baseball.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go and play. I never played I played t-ball when I was a kid, and I was bad at it.
T-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was afraid to
Or, like-
play baseball when I was younger because I thought that the ball was going to hit me in the head.
We always play with like tennis balls. Or
I know
something.
it's supposed to be going towards you so
Yeah.
you can catch it, but I was afraid of getting a concussion.
I don't think we even had a baseball team in my junior high or high school. We had a hockey team, and that was
I don't
it.
think we had a baseball team either.
I don't think
in
so.
high school.
I also
Can't
like how
remember. I
baseball
never
is
played one.
non-contact. I like how there's no violence that's inflicted upon any of
I
the
mean,
players.
you can still like
get injured.
run,
You can get injured
run
in any
into
sport,
people.
but, like, it's
yeah.
not,
What
uh,
about when you're sliding into?
It's like a
small-
hockey, and I mean, I guess basketball is non-contact too. So
Basketball is way more contact
Yeah.
because you have to be like
you're
right
always
up
in
against
the
other
person's
people.
face. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, baseball I think is overall pretty boring. But I don't watch any sports.
Oh yeah,
so-
I think that it would be boring if like my mom weirdly got into baseball over the last 10 years. Like she really follows the Blue Jays.
Weird.
So we always go see a baseball game when she comes too. So that's fun. I was gonna say because yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know where they play? They play at like Christie Pitts at the baseball diamond. There's not even any stands or anything.
No, it's not a very big area.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's weird.
I got distracted. This was brought to my attention because they just got a woman player as their pitcher.
Oh, nice.
The first woman player to ever play like co-ed in Canada. I don't know if it ever happened in the States. And what's wild about it is she's like the best woman player ever. She's from Japan and she's won like many national championships.
Well,
Do they
you-
have a
you
dog on the team?
No, not yet.
Not yet. But you have to if you're a woman on a co-ed team.
They're
you
like,
have
what's
to
going to
be
happen
the-
next? We bring dogs? Or like that South Korean film where there's a gorilla playing sports, Mr. Go, when he plays baseball?
Why? I bet this dog over here, this random dog,
I
can
was
play
just
better
gonna
than
say,
her.
if you are the first woman to do anything, you have to be like the best in the world.
Yes.
That's the only
Like,
way
she
you
won
get those chances.
Multiple national championships. She should not be on a
And they're
fucking
like,
like
okay.
minor league team. She should be
No.
playing on like a major league team.
What the hell is Mr. Go?
Whoa, Mr. Go, that looks fun.
It's a South Korean film where a gorilla plays baseball.
Oh my god.
Is it a CG?
Yes, it is not a real gorilla they train, or an Ed-style monkey that plays baseball.
Man, that
Wait,
feels like
speaking of another
years
thing that
ago.
should be illegal.
Yeah. We watched Ed many, many years ago, and he played baseball.
Yes.
Did.
So that was another animal baseball movie we did.
Yeah,
Well, okay, you can kind of overlook it though because it's like, okay, it's like some, podunk town and it's like local teams, blah blah blah. The ending of the movie. Okay, I know Justin.
We're skipping ahead.
Okay,
but
I don't. Maybe
Well, I don't
I
want to skip
shouldn't,
too
like-
far ahead. 'cause
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
don't want to get the end.
What we need to get to is the big breakout of all of the poor puppies.
Yeah,
They're
so
not
it's
puppies,
the big
they're
game.
full-grown
They've made
dogs.
it to the final. They're playing against the baboons, which of course are an evil black color.
Every dog in town has been kidnapped.
Every dog.
Well, all the
the
buddies, but the buddy family, and they're in this like RV, and so,
So-
our
Sorry, go ahead, April.
I was just gonna say the girls, they see this kidnapping because there's this thing involving her lost watch. It's really not important, but Buddy gets kidnapped. They see it happening, and then they chase him on their bikes. They're chasing this car on their bikes.
And they, what is
The
it,
sheriff also
they,
finds
yeah.
him, too.
So they like do a jailbreak. They rescue all the
Now,
dogs.
did you
from
guys
the
think
RV.
that they were gonna like get to the RV and like all the dogs were gonna be like dissected on the spot
No, but like, I mean, it was upsetting to me to see them
in the cage?
cages,
They seem
but
miserable
Yeah.
too. They were like pawing at the bottom of the cages.
It's not
Yeah.
for very long,
Yeah.
thankfully, and yeah, they're
well
captured
on
for
screen,
like 5
April,
minutes.
on screen.
Yeah. So then they all run away.
They're getting chased by the bad guys in their little Mini Cooper.
And then, of course, they end up in a pig mud
Yeah.
pit.
Which was very
'Cause that's
confusing
just
to
what
me. I didn't even
happens.
kind of track how they did crash the car. Like,
It's not.
I'm not
it's-
sure. They just they trying to. I guess they kind of were like, let's cut through this farm so they will end up in the mud pit.
so we go back to the baseball. I was shocked that like we almost see this baseball game in real time. Like it's very
Yes.
invested.
It goes
They
on
keep
for
cutting back
a
to it.
long time.
And they cued in to this scenery chewing umpire who
My
like
God.
is having. There's two kind of like, oh, we got local actors who are going to make the most of this
Yeah.
little role, which is the
Yes.
announcer and the umpire. They
That
loved
umpire,
the
he's credited as like crazy ump or
They're,
something.
they're almost like the same character.
Yeah.
But the announcer, I was telling April, I'm like, they have like 25 hours of this guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Just they just let the camera roll. They went to lunch.
He's like a low-rent
It's
Dave
just,
Coulier.
Just riff.
Yeah.
But like the umpire, you can tell they loved him so much from that like final game that they inserted him throughout. That if you look closely, it's not the same umpire because he's in low angles just riffing, and when they cut to a wide, it's a different guy. Because they're like, we need to juice these games. Let's get the umpire like using the dusting thing on his face, or he's making
it's
faces. He's a
They
real Jim
shot it with
Carrey.
this wide angle lens
Yes.
too.
That's how you know it's funny.
they're all trying to be like Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just exhausting.
But anyway,
We got two Jim Carreys on screen.
I know. It was ridiculous though that like the girl's mom, everyone is like, well, where are they? Buddy and these two girls, they're missing. And you know, oh well, we tried calling one place. I guess that's it. There's
parents
nothing we
do
can
not
do.
care.
They should be calling in the National Guard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the parents
they-
are like, hey, where's our daughter and her friends and the dog? Who cares? Let's just continue watching this game that we
Yeah,
have
they're
no
horribly
investment
losing.
in because
We've
none
almost
of our
lost
children.
this. Yeah, we've almost lost this game, and our children are missing, and
That's
nobody
more
cares.
important. But anyway, so they come in, and this was the second time I cried.
When they come in?
when all the dogs get reunited with their owners, because the owners are so happy.
Are you laughing at what I just sent you?
Yeah.
Colin?
All right, he sent us something called Monkey Up.
Yeah, so this-
Airbud.
The ref
no.
of the movie is in this film called Monkey Up. It's part of the Airbud Entertainment is what it says.
Oh,
It is from the
God.
director of Airbud, seventh inning
Fetch.
And the cover is like little monkeys in a car, and they have sunglasses, and
And they're flying.
they're flying. It's a flying car. I assume they're falling to their death.
Yeah.
If this photo is any indication, because
Yeah,
they're
it's
above
like
a
the
city
Nazis and the
street.
Blues Brothers. They're just
Yeah.
falling like 3 miles.
And what I was hoping in the scene, all the sports playing dogs get released. They all run up onto the baseball field. What if the coach was like, "All right, kids, off the field"?
Yeah,
It's
dogs.
all
Dogs are
dogs.
taking over.
That's what it should have been. But no, they just get reunited with their owners, and then they just sit in the stands and watch the game, and they're really cute.
And they continue playing the game for a very long time.
Yeah,
like,
well,
this-
'cause
like,
they're
I
really
just thought it was
down.
going to be like, oh, bases loaded. Andrea
last-
hits a home
last
run,
hit, yeah.
but they're like,
Yeah, and it feels, I was telling April this movie feels so much longer than it is because there's only like 3 locations.
Yeah.
It's mostly
It's
this
mostly
baseball,
baseball.
like field.
I mean, I love it. I'm like, all right, so then that's a down across the middle, and then she gets to first, and then Airbud makes it to third. We do get to see Airbud sliding, and the dog looking very nervous.
Yeah.
As he slid across the ground on a panel.
But yeah, they obviously it's got to be a bases loaded. Like it's gonna,
Yeah.
they need 4 points to win.
It's
or
not a
something.
bases loaded at the end of the movie.
Is it
It's
not?
not.
No,
Okay.
you see it very slowly that they keep making points, and at the end she just hits it so hard. It's not even a home run. It's just she makes it all across.
So
Before
they were only
able
down
to
by
pitch it.
1
Yeah.
at that
No,
point?
yeah, they were down by 2, I think, and there was someone on base, and then she made it all the way around.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you know.
But yeah,
I lost track. There are like 17.
I had my
like,
scoreboard
updates on
out and I was writing it down
Yeah.
to keep track.
It's like, oh, now they're only 7 behind. Oh, now they're 6. It's like, God damn it. Hurry up.
We forgot to say she gets strengths from her brother showing up
Yeah.
In a cab.
very late at the
Yeah.
end of the game.
Yeah.
but that was the push that she needed, you know?
Yeah.
To
I
not
guess.
suck.
Yeah.
The unnatural love of her brother allowed her to hit a strong.
Yeah. There is she has a funny line earlier when talking to her mom where she was just like, hey, you know, you did okay. And she's like, even you think I suck. That's really
I
funny.
wonder when I went to university
delivery.
if my brother also joined a team and some dog helped him play sports and find himself.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I would like be running back to town. Like,
Yeah.
what, a dog is playing?
My brother was probably like, hey, Justin's gone? Meh. And then continued on with his life.
Yeah. So there you go. It's like they win. Everybody loves
Everyone-
them.
And then, the
celebrates.
credits are going to come. There's
Yeah,
a little
I'm
bit
waiting
more.
for
And it's
all I
my...
like about you.
Switch
no.
to like a thing that says 6 months later.
Don't
9
they
months
do...
later.
They play like Bad to the Bone. Ba-na-na-na-na. Don't they
At
play
some
that?
point they do, yeah,
Yes.
but not in the
That's
not in the credits.
Puchinsky.
Oh, it's
you're thinking of.
Puchinsky.
Oh yeah. I'm getting confused.
Every dog needs to have like na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 months later, would you think this was added at the last minute that they're like, we need a
Yes.
bigger pop?
I
at the
think
end?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what they did is they padded out the ref sequences and they added a scene where, okay, so I'm very confused by this because we
I
have
am
our
too.
star, Andrea. She gets a call on her phone and she's like, whoa, buddy. And then it cuts to, are they at the game or are they watching it on TV?
No, they're at
They're
the game.
at the
Okay.
game. They shot in Anaheim.
The Anaheim Angels.
But it says 9 months later. So are
Yeah.
they? So 9 months later, are they calling and saying we want Airbud, or has Airbud been on this team the whole time and she's just learning that he's about to win the World
I
Series?
think he's with them. Yeah, I think he's lying on the carpet next to the
you're
girl.
right. You're right.
Oh,
Okay.
is he? Oh, is it? Okay, so
it could have been one of the other dogs.
yeah, the
I
cuts
think-
seem to indicate that she wasn't aware that Airbud is playing for a major league team that is now in the World Series.
I think the call was like, "We want to hire your dog,
buddy. I guess, but it was confusing.
So he is
very
now
confusing.
a part of the Anaheim Angels.
And they win the World Series, and he wins MVP.
And he's,
MVP.
he's on the screen. And
It should have
says
been
MVP.
MVD, most valuable dog,
Yeah.
or MVP,
He's a player.
most valuable puppy.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so it ends with a shot where you see ads for Carl's Jr. and Bud Light on the sides of the screen.
Yeah.
Airbud has won the World Series.
And I kept waiting for it to like
Be a
he
dream?
would wake up and it would be a dream.
Nope.
Oh, that would be cute.
And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
no, in this world,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
You see
what
people
was
get
your-
other animals to play sports as well. Like we talked about the gorilla. Could you get a rhino to play?
Yeah, that'd be
I
amazing.
feel like a rhino playing soccer, would be
Like
really
rugby
good.
or something.
Or like a hippo or something?
Nobody
just
would
let 'em
stand a
loose.
chance.
Yep.
Okay, so what was your favorite thing, Justin?
It's the fact that Airbud plays at the World Series and wins most valuable.
And he's
Most
on,
valuable
he's on the big
player.
screen.
Yeah.
My favorite thing I got the biggest laugh out of was the puppet arm
Puppet
coming
arm?
in.
And I said Airbud hitting a baseball with his bat in his mouth. But I gotta say, Airbud, pretty cute dog. Oh, maybe we should like rate how cute the dogs are based on what we did this summer.
What are we,
They're-
early Facebook? Like we're
I guess
rating the
you're right.
dogs?
You're right. They're all cute. Even though Buck was mostly CG, all CG.
Oh, I give Buck
was cute.
1 bone, Airbud 5 bones.
And again, I'm not even the biggest like golden retriever person, but
What's your
this
favorite
is a
dog?
really cute dog. Favorite dog, like favorite breed of dog. I can't choose.
You can't even say one?
Nah, I know. I don't
You
know.
know that
I mean,
you know that golden
I like-
retrievers aren't your favorite.
I
but
really like whippets. I mean, I like Dachshunds.
I think whippets are very cute. No, it wasn't a whippet that I was thinking of. Whippets are very cute. The thing about whippets is they're very sad dogs because they like don't live very long because they're so big.
Well, I mean, greyhounds are like
yeah,
a
greyhounds are like
bigger
that, too.
version of that. Whippet, I think, is like I don't know. I can't pick. They're really, really cute. Min pins are adorable. But yeah, golden retrievers, I think I was just overexposed to because they were just like everywhere. So they didn't feel like special. Come to Toronto, you'll see every dog under the sun. I mean,
Yeah.
corgis are pretty cute too.
In our town, all I see is like Yorkshire Terriers, like in our area
really?
of town. That's what everybody has.
there's some of those here. I mean, where we live, there's like a bajillion dogs because there's so many parks.
Yeah.
But I don't see many. It's mostly corgis here.
Oh yeah, corgis.
And also, I love Italian greyhounds. But talk about like sad, nervous dogs. They're always like shaking and they look uncomfortable, but they're really
Shiba
cute.
Inus are very cute too.
They're cute, but they're
Oh,
crazy.
man. I saw the cutest puppy Shiba the other day.
Oh, yeah.
It had like dark. It was like black, kind of like Rottweiler coloring, and it was so adorable. And it was licking. The girl had like a Starbucks iced coffee or something, and it was licking the water off the side of the thing.
But yeah, I mean, I love all dogs, but I don't want to own a dog.
Lots of work.
But that's just me. I mean, Justin, you love dogs, right? Did you have dogs growing up?
Shiba, and we had Godzilla, me and Emily, for a little while.
Oh yeah,
before he
that's
passed
right.
away.
But you're not interested in getting a new dog?
Not as a child, no. That is a lot of responsibility. We have one of Emily's family member had a kid, and they had a little puppy. They bought a little puppy when the baby was born. That grew into a gigantic dog they couldn't take care of anymore
Because it was too big.
It was huge, yeah, and they couldn't control it. So we don't want to do that.
No. Well, yeah.
How about,
just
we
need
didn't
to-
get Colin's favorite dog. Colin,
What's that?
What's your favorite dog?
Oh man. Oh, I love all dogs.
He loves Frenchies.
He
Don't
does?
deny
They're
it.
so
Frenchies.
cute.
I used to love like Italian greyhounds.
Yeah.
And, like,
You're a big Frenchie
little
fan. Though, I know that.
corgis, little Dachshunds are like really fun.
Long-haired Dachshunds are so
Yeah,
cute,
yeah.
and there's a couple who live around here.
yeah. The
Yeah.
problem with Dachshunds are cute, but God, they have so many back problems. And that
Yeah,
sucks.
I
Yes.
know.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, I love dogs, but yeah, I wish that there were. I wish that they would public service announcement stop breeding unhealthy
for the love of you don't need to breed
characteristics
dogs.
into them. Yeah, it's not good for them. But yeah, so that's Airbud. It's for free on YouTube, guys. There's a channel called Airbud TV, and it seems to be all legit, like top of the board.
Oh,
It's
is that
there.
where it is? I watched it on
Yeah.
the Internet Archive. Had a copy of it. I didn't even know it was on YouTube.
No, well, we had a bit of trouble finding it, but then I was like, oh, but it's high quality on YouTube, so
Yeah, it's like the official upload too.
yeah. Would I recommend this movie? No, but I mean, as far as like kids movies go, it's really it's pretty inoffensive. It's not annoying. It can be a little boring, but there are some cute dogs. And I was happy that there was not a lot of the bumbling, villains, because they were kind of annoying. I mean, if you want to look at cute golden retrievers, this is the right movie for sure. And I can understand why these were so popular. They really made a big splash in the 90s, and then they were imitated a bajillion times.
Yeah, I mean, I clearly I've made it on this clear on this episode. Love baseball, love golden retrievers. This movie has a golden retriever playing baseball, as well as a story of a young woman trying to get over the, growing up in a family that seemingly doesn't love her anymore, and an older brother that's gone to university. That's all I want from a movie called Airbud 7th Inning Fetch. So this delivers.
Yes, I agree.
Colin does not need to recommend and or not.
I don't think it's a home run.
Oh, put it up there, Gene Shalit.
It's okay. It just feels very long.
Yes.
Because nothing really happens.
Did you own Air? For some reason, I think I owned Airbud on VHS when I was a kid. I feel like
I never saw it as a kid.
I feel like I was too old for it. 1997. No, I was 10 years old, so I was. The right
I
age.
remember seeing it at Blockbuster and laughing at it.
Oh, you were too smart for it.
Yeah, I was like, "What is that? A dog playing whatever?"
There's nothing in the rule book
basketball?"
about it, April.
Yeah. But if you want to check it out, it's for free on YouTube. And if you want to email the podcast, we're at nosuchthingasabadmovie@gmail.com. We're on Twitter and Instagram and Bluesky at No Such Thing Pod. I'm trying to say this stuff while Colin is showing me cute cat videos for some reason.
He wants
very
to,
distracting.
He's trying to override you being like, I love dogs. And Colin's
Yeah,
like, I need cats. I don't want
Let's
to.
get back to the
It's
cats.
like a farm cat, and he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh my God, and a bandana. So check us out on Patreon if you would like to. Patreon.com/No Such Thing as a Bad Movie. If you subscribe to the $5 level, you'll get a little bonus episode every 2 weeks. A big back catalog on there. And this week we talk about Puchinsky, the not picked up pilot starring Peter Boyle as a dog, which is pretty funny. We also talk about the unpicked up pilot Look Well starring Adam West.
So it's a theme episode. It's not necessarily dog related.
No, but there is some Puchinsky talk on there
Sure.
for sure. And if you want to find me, I'm on Bluesky and Instagram at April Admansky.
You can find me on many podcasts, like the Very Fine Comic Book Podcast. That's now every week. I'm forcing it into a weekly show. So check that out. We talk about a new comic book every week and basically want to recommend it to you, whether you know it or not, or are very knowledgeable about the form. And you can also find me on all social medias, Justin Decloux, DECLOUX. And mark your calendars, because on June 28th, the Summer Movie Mind Melter, where I host 24 hours of movies, will be happening. Do I have really fun surprises on this one that you can't see anywhere else? I do, so check it out.
You can follow me on Bluesky and all those things, Sergeant Zima, SGTZIMA.
Thanks for joining us. More dog movies to come.
Next time it's Colin's pick, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
will they talk in the next one? That's the real question.
Will they
'cause we
perhaps
haven't
be a
had that
DA
yet.
in the next one?
Oh,
We'll see. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and I hope the rest of your day isn't too rough.
Oh,
I'm
man.
April at Mansky. We need a lot more dog puns.
Yeah, we need way more dogs.
I'm April at Mansky.
I'm Justin Decloux.
Colin Cunningham.
Woof, woof.
And remember, there's no such thing as a bad movie.